All right, this is CigarCraig. I'm at Cigarnival, Famous Smokeshop in Easton, PA, and I'm here with Boen. He's the creator of the Cigar Aficionados Trades and Sales group on Facebook, which is very popular, and he's also the creator of Operation Cigars for Warriors, which is it's far more important. So, Storm, tell us all about that stuff.
Well, on the Cats, it's a social media group. It's just gone crazy. It's a real tight-knit group for so many people, and it's a good way for guys to get together, discover new cigars really quickly, having a lot of fun, and then just meeting each other constantly all over the country, having large herds get-togethers, and it's been going on for about 18 months now. It's just growing larger and larger. We don't really advertise because it's more of a word of mouth. Bring your good friend over. We don't want to just get a bunch of crazies in. And with Cigars for Warriors, I'm one of the co-founders. There was original 5 of us that got together, and since then we've grown to a 10-man board of directors, 22 members of the board, and an additional 55 event coordinators throughout the United States and Guam now.
Wow.
Give an example, when we started May 1st, 2012, in June of 2012, our shipment was 13 boxes, and we ship about 40 to 60 cigars per box. Nice. And each box goes straight to the troops. Our primary goal is, of course, our veterans in the war zones, and then our secondary is long-term deployments. Someday we'll get enough sticks and we'll start hitting our secondary zone. Right now it's been 100% primary and a few floats, long-term floats, which are Navy and Marines. Mm-hmm. And to give an example, June of this year, I just called my treasurer this morning. He said we sent 301 boxes.
Wow.
That's over 12,000 cigars. We've broken, I want to say around 85, 87,000 cigars in a little over a year's period.
No kidding.
The industry's gotten back behind us big time. For example, Drew Estate's one of our biggest supporters. Cigarnival, which is run by Famous Smokes, is our biggest retailer supporter. These guys donate thousands of cigars committed every single month. It's amazing these guys do what they do. It's helped us get, as you can imagine, we get a lot of requests. Mm-hmm. The more we're found out about, the more the military finds out about it, of course, the more requests we get in. So even though as our donations grow, so do the requests. People ask us, well, what are y'all using money for that you're doing all the raffles for? What do you do for the patches that you buy from you? 100% goes to shipping. As an example, this month alone was $3,700, so you can see how it can add up pretty quick.
Absolutely.
But it's a great job. When you get to meet some of your recipients, which I finally got to face-to-face a few months ago at Cigar Fest, it was a huge impact on me. I knew what we were doing for the guys. I knew the mental benefits. I knew the social benefit. I knew the gratitude they feel from getting a cigar. But when you actually meet the guys face to face and they come into you looking for you, crying on your shoulder of gratitude, some pretty amazing stories. It just remotivates you, gets you know that you're doing something good. Have a lot of, once in a while I get a naysayer who's like, well, we shouldn't be sending tobacco to the troops. Mm-hmm. Well, it's the #1 requested item. It's requested by grown adults. It's the #1 requested item about 3 times over the #2, which are movies.
Nice.
So, I always say if they wanted me to send them peanuts, I'd be bagging up peanuts every month. So, I'm very excited about what we're doing. Our organization's growing daily. CATS is a great platform that we use to promote Cigars for Warriors. 100% of our staff has come from the CATS group. We had a great festival in May. It's already May. In May of this year, we had a little over 400 people show up for that, and it was phenomenal. Those 400 people basically did a cigar drive. We raised over 3,000 cigars. Wow. A little over $6,000 in cash. Nice. So that's the community, as you can see, is a very tight-knit community. It's just growing larger. And the best thing about cigar smokers, they're the best people there is. Mm-hmm. The biggest heart, the most generous. They love the military. Doesn't matter what the politics are. Doesn't matter what the race or sexual preference. None of that matters. It's all about the lead. It's all about supporting each other, having each other's back. And that's the premises of CATS. It's not about a certain company It's not about a certain cigar, it's not about a shop, it's about 100% about the consumer. I think that's why, you know, when it started, there was no such thing as that. That was a no-no, you don't do that kind of stuff. And I think that's why it's gotten so popular, because there's so many people that have the same mentality that, hey, we want to do what we want to do.
Yeah, right.
And I appreciate
Very cool.
CigarCraig, Craig Man on the Slice has been one of my, has been since the day I started really looking into cigars, my favorite blog. It's a blog I've always gone to. There's only one other blog I typically look at. It's Teresa's. And, you know, literally Craig has been my mentor for the last few years. So it's always a pleasure. It's finally great to actually meet Craig face to face after all this time.
Yeah, you're far too kind.
I appreciate you having us and coming out here and supporting Cigars for Warriors all this time, and
Absolutely.
being a dedicated CATS member. I really appreciate it.
I'll tell you what, there's ways people can get cigars to you and
Right.
get money to you and support the
We have
cause.
a website, and so if you're not a big Facebook guy, if you want to go to websites, it's CigarsForWariors, plural.net. It's very easy. Go in there and just click. There's several tabs. You can read all about us. You can read the memberships. You can read out the board of directors. You want to know about our policies, all in there. Or you just click donate, and it tells you the address. It goes straight to our headquarters. Once all these cigars go to our headquarters, and our headquarters send straight out to the troops. The reason the industry likes us so much is, one, we are a nonprofit organization. We're legitimate. We checks and balances all the way through, tons of redundancies, and the fact that, as we can guarantee, is going to a soldier, Marine, Navy man, or Air Force. In the past, there's been other programs like this that, you know, sometimes the cigars didn't always make it where they're supposed to. And that's the exciting part about this, is that it's nice to be able to say 100% guarantee that 100% of the cigars go to the troops.
That's tremendous. Now, thank you for the tremendous work you're doing.
No, thank you.
I
Keep
appreciate
up
it.
all the good work that y'all do for us.
Well, I just write crap. But thank you very much, and have a great time at the festival.
You too.
And we'll look forward to catching up with you in a couple weeks at the trade show.
Awesome, bro.
All right.
Appreciate it very
Thanks,
much.
man.